Layla. So firstly, it's 80 degrees today, so it's not snowing, which is good. And we're going to start off with a look at the outside. So I've sent a couple of pictures over already, but obviously we've got lots of options for branding, decal, etc. And I wanted to talk to you guys and Zevia and see if there's anything they want to help with costs. So we've got the front doors over there, the reception's going to be on the left hand side. We've also got up here, so one of the pictures that I've sent through, I'll post it again, actually had decals all across the top here, which look really cool, but obviously it will cost some money. So you know the entry anyway, but this is where we can do some decal work. I can take some stills from this video and do some kind of patchwork rendering for you as well, just so we can show where it could go. So this is outside. Come through from the hotel lobby because the doors are shut, but this just shows you how the cloakroom's set up for a big event. So they've got all of the posts and stuff there, and then obviously this is where we're going to have the reception as discussed. So it's up to you whether you want to have any of these columns wrapped or whether you just want some signage. They'd obviously be coming in through those doors there and then through the doors that we've just come in through. So maybe some signage outside these doors here, just pointing towards registration. And then on reg, I think we're looking at potentially decaling on the windows, so the registration signage would basically be on the windows, and then at the bottom of the tables there's going to be reception as well, and then we can obviously split that out into like a speaker line, VIP line, whatever you want to do, and we'll discuss that with Phil at LDC. Still on ground floor, so this is literally where the delegates are going to come in from. So we've got digital signage here, and Layla and I just discussed it, and I can't see any other point of having any floor signage. Bear in mind that we're going to pay for it anyway. We've got all of these digital signage included in the package already, so why don't we just have you know, on here kind of arrow up to Expo, or we could have it split, so half of it could be floor 1 and then the next half could be floor 2, so it'd just be like Expo, plenary, breakouts 1, 2, 3 on floor 1, and then floor 2 the other bits. So there's one there as you come in through the door, there's the lifts, and then if you come through the other door there's the other one. So I think we might as well just do that. Again, if you want to brand these bits you can do, but that's more just for branding and look wise, see what the budget looks like, but I think that's perfect. So you've obviously got the stairs and then the escalators and the elevators. Okay, so top of the escalators, really good news here. We think we've got enough digital signage to not need any other additional printed signage, because these are the doors through to the plenary, and we've got a massive, I think that's probably 50 inch or something like that there. We've got this one up here on the pillar. That's where you can do some teas and coffees and stuff. These have actually been laid out for some form of teas, coffees or breakfast kind of vibe. So that's what it will probably look like with some cloths over there. Walk the whole thing, I've got squeaky shoes on. So these are the other doors into the plenary, and you've got another digital signage there. And then going down, oh, there's the elevators. And then this is obviously where people can be congregated and stuff. We'll have some occasional seating and stuff. Doors to Expo, you got another one there. And I think you can probably flick through. I don't know if it's static or not, Brian, we can check that out. If not, we can half the screen, as we discussed before, downstairs. Other door to the Expo, you got another digital screen there. Another digital screen there. So really, it's kind of everything that you need, and it's already included in the price. There's no point in spending money that we don't need to. So really it's just thinking about the layout for up here, because we're not going to have reg here now. So what are we going to do? Obviously we can have, this is where the decal would go if we use this bit for the big decal that you'd see outside. Otherwise it's just branding, so have a think about what you might want, but I think certainly occasional furniture along here would be really cool. We've got to think about the party as well, if you want to do anything different in here. I think when we were talking to Rose from Zevia, we'll be looking at their coffee guy out here, so it's still next to the Expo, but it's just a little addition, so we could perhaps put it up the end here. I don't think we need to use this bar, or we could put it back here against the window. That might be nice. So this is the floor 1 foyer. Floor 2, Riverview rooms. So this is what's going to be the newsroom, and then all this along here is going to be the speakers lounge. So obviously we're going to need some signage here, just directing people where to go. Obviously it's not really going to be delegates per se, but it'll be good for speakers and press. They've got some seating here in-house, we believe. So here's an idea of kind of what some of the seating would look like. It'd look quite comfy. And then this is where breakout 4 is going to be. So you can see they've just literally covered one of those little sections, suite 7. But this is all going to be down anyway, so it will look like that. It's actually better than when we were here last time, to give you an idea of how the room will look. And we're just doing some measuring up to get the wall built, in the wise words of Donald Trump. Okay, so this is where the wall's going to go to breakout 4, and then we were just discussing, we think it would be best to have signage just outside the wall, and the signage is basically going to say Riverview rooms 8 and 9 boardroom, and that's going to be for whoever's using those, task top, etc. And there's some toilets down there as well, and then we just leave a nice gap, kind of where the blue bit of the carpet is going, for fire reg, and for access to those rooms. So 2 floor standing. And then just on the actual wall that's built, we've just measured it up, we'll have breakout 4 on the wall. The wall is basically just a divider in grey, looks really nice, and we'll be using the same in the expo hall for dividing the centrally placed sponsors. So again, there's continuity with colours and textures, etc. Okay, so we're at the far end, backing onto the hotel. There's the Clipper bar, I believe, down there. So we're just going to do the walk through to the executive lunch area. So we'll have some floor standing signage here, then we'll just follow later through. Yeah. So we've got this nice big screen here, which you can see actually there's some events running, so I'll keep my voice down. So even if this is being shared on the day, you'll still have information about what's going on for the executive lunch, and we are allowed floor standing signage here as well. We've already cleared that with the venue. And then we are going to be right at the end here. I'm not going to go any further because there's an event running, but you can see where they've got teas and coffees, etc. outside. So it's really not a far walk, and yeah, we can have floor standing signage or pull-up banners like they've used here. Probably a pull-up banner would work quite well actually, just outside the room. Nice and simple.